Welcome to the Uncommon Transformation television series.
Akwa-Ibom ayayao Sinyana baraswene kisonge mananye Akwa-Ibom ayayao ayayao
You are welcome to Akwa-Ibom State, the land of uncommon transformation. Come and join us, live amongst us, and invest, and you will not regret. I welcome you.
Following the creation of Akwa-Ibom State on 23rd September 1987, Uyo, then barely a local government headquarters, assumed the toga of state capital. Several years after, Uyo remained a sleepy town, too ill-developed to be called a state capital by any standard. Decayed infrastructure became the order of the day. The roads were narrow and pothole-ridden. There was nothing like street and traffic lights. Apart from the Ibom Plaza, there was nothing that seemed to raise the aesthetic value of the environment and to increase the haphazard and convoluted nature of the city. Motorcycle operators, popularly called Okada riders, added a frightening dimension with their unique sense of madness, turning the capital city into a glorified local government headquarters. There was all-round confusion as motorists struggled against the narrow roads occasioned with constant traffic jams on a daily basis. Those were the pre-2007 years before the emergence of Chief Godswill Akpabio as the state governor. Since the inauguration of Chief Godswill Akpabio as the third democratically elected governor of Akwa-Ibom State on May 29, 2007, there has been a total turnaround for the city. The pace of infrastructural and socio-economic development witnessed in Uyo in the last 5 years has been phenomenal and breathtaking, baffling even the most ardent critics of the present administration. The achievements of the administration has earned it the sobriquet of harbinger of uncommon transformation, a feat that has been hailed by local and international observers, including the much-dreaded WikiLeaks, which cited Akwa-Ibom under Governor Akpabio as a state to watch in terms of infrastructural development. The moving spirit behind the unparalleled transformation being witnessed, Chief Godswill Akpabio says his intention since assuming the leadership of the state has always been to transform Uyo, the state capital, and make it the preferred destination where people will come, live, and invest.
My vision is to produce a small Dubai within the Niger Delta for Nigerians. And that is why I said by the time I'm through with what I'm doing here, Uyo will be changed and the name will become New Uyo by 2015.
For the record, and to lend credence to His Excellency's submission, the Akpabio administration has dualized all the roads entering into Uyo, the state capital, in anticipation of the huge volume of vehicular and human traffic expected in the state when all the infrastructures must have been put in place. The roads include the Ekomiman-Ekritam Federal Highway, the Airport Road, Uyo-Abak Highway, Aka-Numudu Dual Carriageway with the biggest roundabout in the country, while work has commenced on the dualization of the Uyo-Ikotepena-Aba Federal Highway. In addition to all these is the third ring road, taking traffic from the capital city to the proposed Ibaka Industrial City. All these, too, are besides the several kilometers of internal roads constructed to ease movement within the metropolis. The network of roads in the banking district in Uyo is unparalleled. Same goes for internal roads within Ewet and Osongoma housing estates. Of more import is the fact that the hitherto chaotic roads with perennial traffic congestions have been re-engineered to cope with the influx of persons to the state. Traffic along Ikodekmene Road by Ikpa Road Junction now moves faster with the redesigning of the spot, which for several years was a major headache to motorists. Other notoriously chaotic spots have been redesigned and given a touch of class with road markings which makes the deployment of traffic wardens there unnecessary. These include Brook Street Junction by Ngwangiba Road, Ederakpan Junction by Ngwangiba Road, redesigned complete with a roundabout and a colorful water fountains, the Akar Road by IBB Junction, as well as the Akar Numudu Road by Udo-Udoma Junction. In similar fashion, the Governor Godswill Akpabio administration has constructed state-of-the-art flyover bridges in Uyo metropolis to address the growing volume of vehicular traffic being anticipated in the state. All the flyovers, 4 in numbers, have been completed, commissioned, and opened to motorists. President Goodluck Jonathan commissioned 3 of the flyovers, while Vice President Namadi Sambo commissioned the 4th as part of activities to mark the state's 25th anniversary of state creation.
I must also commend our host for the radical transformation that he has embarked upon in this state. The e-learning center that we saw is an indication of the purposeful utilization of the resources of the state.
Because anybody who knew Akwa-Ibom before cannot recognize it today. The change has been simply phenomenal. I must congratulate His Excellency Godswill Akpabio for a fantastic job of transformation.
I'm highly impressed. There's a lot of development, and I must say your governor is working very hard. In fact, you know, he's been given several awards for what he's been doing, and I think there's a transformation in your state right now.
Emerge when you let people who are inherently committed to the upliftment of the standard of living of their people. Okay, we came in here, we can see a lot of infrastructural development here. Okay, I had some of my colleagues asking, is this not Nigeria?
The entire job is to rescheme the town, reposition the town, recreate the town, you know, take away slums, take away the ruins of the city, and bring a new character that conforms with modernity. You know, that's the entire aspect of urban renewal.
Air travel by Akwa-Ibom indigents or visitors from other parts of the country before the advent of the Akpabio administration was a nightmarish experience. They could only do so by flying into neighboring states before embarking on another tortuous road journey of between 3 and 4 hours to get to Uyo. But courtesy of the Akpabio administration, air travel to the state has been made possible following the construction of the Akwa-Ibom International Airport with the longest runway in Nigeria. By all standards, the airport in Uyo is reputed to be the best in the country, complete with the most modern facilities in aviation operations.
Excellency, we want to thank you once more again for setting the pace. Our target is to make sure that 75% of all the states in Nigeria have aviation industry in their states. And so when you set the pace, we are hoping that other states will follow suit. If it's not an airport, it will be an airstrip. If it's not an airstrip, it will be aerodrome. Either way, it's air all the way.
Years back when I had the opportunity of being the governor of these states, an area which I looked at seriously was the establishment of an airport in Akwa-Ibom State. And the president at that time actually approved that, but it was not to be after I had left. So it was very fulfilling when I knew that an administration was pursuing the establishment of an airport here, a bigger one, and an international airport at that.
It is one of the most exciting experiences. I mean, those days we used to travel from Calabar or Port Harcourt. Number one, the roads are not good. Number two, the safety of people on the road. You know, but now you can just drive a few minutes. From my house to the airport is 15 minutes. You know, catch your flight, go to where you're going and fly back home. I mean, it's exciting. I believe that's the way God wanted it to be. That's the way God designed life to be. Oh, it's a lot easier for me to go preach in all the places I need to go preach to and come back. And it's also easier for me to invite people from around the world to visit Akwa-Ibom, because then they don't have to be stressed getting to this place.
Perfect. We were talking about this actually on the aircraft on our way here. I mean, usually I would have to go to maybe Port Harcourt or Calabar and then have to wait another 2 hours to come down to Akwa-Ibom, but I'm home. In an hour, I'm home. In the next few minutes, I'm in my house, probably eating.
The question that often agitates the minds of first-time visitors to a particular place is the issue of accommodation. This has vigorously been addressed by the Akwa-Ibom administration. To this end, the administration is building a 250-room second 5-star hotel to complement the Le Méridien Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort in Uyo. These are in addition to other privately owned hotels and tourism resorts which have sprung up since the advent of the administration. The Akwa-Ibom administration is equally constructing several housing estates in the metropolis to address the expected influx of visitors to the state capital. This gesture is being replicated in other local government areas of the state. Private estate developers are also being encouraged to build houses in the state, which is fast becoming a destination for all manner of conferences and meetings. The list of conferences, annual general meetings, other meetings, and so on that the state has hosted of late include the Editors Guild Conference, Senators Retreat, South-South Elders Forum, Central Bank of Nigeria Conference, and just lately, the state is playing host to the Gilda Ultimate Search Show, which is in its 9th edition. Governor Akwa-Ibom welcomed the organizers and the participants at Government House, Uyo.
For me, I'm very excited to see all of you. When I was told initially by our sister Enebasi that Golda was considering Akwa-Ibom, I did not believe, but now that I've seen you, I now believe. It is a great thing that you are coming to Akwa-Ibom. This is our silver jubilee year, and then you are coming to our state in a period of jubilee, and so this is a period of celebration. And my wish for all of you is that henceforth, even after this particular event, celebration will be part of your life. Nigerian Breweries is showing you love, and you must in turn extend love to your neighbors and fellow Nigerians. If this country can love one another, things will change. So when I told them the story, I said, I can't even know how we succeeded. But one thing I do know is that I love my people with a passion. And it is through that love that we are seeing the uncommon transformation. If you like fashion, love fashion. Through the love of fashion, you will bring about creativity. You will create wealth. If you love politics, hang in there, boy. You may not get to be president, but you may even pass the level of governor. Anything you must do in life, you must do with moderation. It is not the winning that is important. It's the fact that you were able to make it to this level, to have been chosen from that pack, you are already great. You have to believe in yourself. You must love your country. When you love your country, you will not bomb your country. You must love your fellow being. When you love your fellow being, you will not assassinate the person. This country must work and must remain united. And you are the future of this country.
Talking of the government house, Governor Akwa-Ibom built the new Governor's House complex within 1.5 years of coming to power. He thereafter proceeded to build the banquet hall and just recently the new Governor's office. All these are sited within the seat of government in Uyo. The security of lives of the residents and visitors to the state is given high priority. Hence, the state's security apparatuses, the Operation Thunder and Rapid Response Squad have been reinvigorated and beefed up with state-of-the-art security devices to check criminality of any kind. And to ensure that criminals do not hide under the cover of the dark to perpetrate their crimes, the Akwa-Ibom administration, in constructing the roads, makes street lighting an integral part of the contract. This readily explains why Uyo is so well lit all through the night. Are you in doubt? Then join me on this cruise through Uyo at night, and you will not be disappointed.
Akwa-Ibom, ayayao. Sinyana baraswene ki songe mananye. Akwa-Ibom ojip, ayayao, ayayao.
Cleanliness is next to godliness. Therefore, the Akwa-Ibom administration, through the office of Her Excellency and wife of the Governor, Ekaitu Norma Akwa-Ibom, initiated the Green Brigade, charged with the cleaning up of the environment in all its ramifications, including sweeping the well-paved roads, clearing of refuse and cutting of grass along the highways and other public places. These complement the services of the State Ministry of Environment, whose operations were recently boosted with the procurement of receptacle bins and compactor trucks for prompt evacuation of refuse generated in the capital city. Akwa-Ibom also embarked on the construction of the first in Africa pipe-jacking underground drainage project to check the massive flooding witnessed in the capital city before the advent of his administration. The project has helped to address the perennial flooding which usually affected residents of most part of Uyo before now. A similar project has been replicated in neighboring Abak local government area.
And I'm extremely happy that this system of pipe jacking drainage is working in Nigeria, and truly it is the best solution and therefore recommended. For I commission this Abak drainage, pipe jack drainage, and pray that it will continue to contribute toward the positive development of this area. Amen.
In an effort to bring the entire world to Akwa-Ibom State, the Akwa-Ibom administration is building a 30,000-seater Olympic-sized stadium complex in Uyo. Work on the project, which is handled by construction giants Julius Berger, has reached advanced stage. The project, when completed, will put Uyo, nay, Akwa-Ibom State, in the sporting calendar of the country, as world-class sporting events will be staged here. In all these, one project that has witnessed more visitors and patrons is the Ibom Tropicana Entertainment Center, located in the heart of Uyo, the state capital. With 6 cineplexes already completed, shopping malls, wet and dry theme parks for children, and a world-class conference center under construction, the project addresses the business, relaxation, and entertainment needs of all its visitors.
The facilities are ongoing. We are progressing rapidly. For instance, apart from the sub-commissions that have been effected by His Excellency with regards to the cinema complex, the shopping mall had gone so far so good. We've completed the roofing system 100%. We are now on the glass partitioning, and in fact the glaring process has also been completed. We can confidently say that by June next year, as was fixed by the timelines given to us by the contractor, that we are sure that we will deliver the project. If you go to the Ibom Hotel Limited, by the special grace of God, that will be operated and managed by Hilton Hotel Worldwide. We've now reached the final stage, the 14th floor, and the plastering, screeding, plumbing, the mechanical and electrical aspects have also gone beyond 80% by rating.
Visitors to the state have never hidden their admiration for the transformation which Governor Godswill Akpabio has brought to the state these last 5 years.
Truly impressed when he mentioned to me that in 12 calendar months, a government, a state government in Nigeria, has executed 770 projects. I was really surprised. Because I know what it takes to appropriate funds to implement the budget. If I don't know about anywhere, I know about the government at the center. So for any government to execute 700 projects in a year, that government is worthy of being commended.
What I have seen is incredible. That within this short period of 5.5 years, Uyo has turned out to be what it is. And I'm told of what has been done in the various local governments. I think this time the people of Akwa-Ibom should thank the Almighty God for giving them a son who has the heart of the people, who has everything that it takes, the vision, the intellectual, to be able to carry out what I have seen. And these are the kind of leaders that Nigeria needs.
And if you go to Akwa-Ibom today, I see flyovers that were not there. I see street lights that were not there. I see e-library that is the best in West Africa, that has access to 70 million books across the world. I see a hotel, a Meridian, with a golf course that you look at it, you can have a dream and write a beautiful story. But that's what the journalist wants. An environment that makes you feel.
Coming here has been an eye-opener. The infrastructural development work here is massive and encouraging. And I think the people here are lucky with the leadership they have.
What I have seen, honestly, it's very inspiring, sincerely speaking. In fact, the effect it's having on me is that there are two Nigerias. What we have here is very far different from what we have back at home. It's here you see structures, concrete structures that are relevant to the needs of the people. The streets are clean, and I didn't see beggars. And where I come from, honestly, if you go, you wait for the people.
To be sincere, without missing words, Uyo is more urban than it used to be 4 or 5 years ago. I've lived here for a bit above 5 years now, and the difference is clear, as they say. The roads are better, and then you have sustained rehabilitation, which is very, very impressive.
Since the inception of the present administration by Governor Godswill Akwa-Ibom, we've seen that there have been so many things that have given the state capital some sort of facelift. For example, we have the flyovers, we have expanded roads, roads that were single carriage, we now have dual carriage roads.
The transformation effort of the Akwa-Ibom administration does not just end in Uyo, the state capital. The other 30 local government areas have had government attention in various ways too. Over 4,000 projects of different kinds have been executed in these council areas to give them a sense of belonging, while the areas also being opened up to prospective investors. That probably is a story for another day.